In the last episode, Alex, Elara, and Dr. Orion had just received a cryptic transmission that hinted at the existence of the Echo Chamber, a mysterious site that could hold the key to Aethereia's ascendance. With the Aethereian district on high alert and Archon patrols closing in, the trio embarked on a perilous quest to find the Echo Chamber, navigating treacherous tunnels and uncovering clues that revealed Aethereia's fragmented past. As they journeyed deeper, suspicions around Dr. Orion's past began to surface, threatening to disrupt their unity. I grip Elara's hand, my heart racing as we sprint through the narrow tunnel. Dr. Orion leads the way, her eyes fixed on the path ahead. We're not far from the Aethereian district's central hub, but the transmission has heightened security. Archon patrols are everywhere. My thoughts drift back to the cryptic message we received. The Echo Chamber's location is still a mystery, but I can feel its presence, a siren's call that drives me forward. Elara's grip on my hand tightens as we take a sharp turn, the sound of blaster fire echoing through the tunnel. We need to move, I say, pulling Elara along. Dr. Orion stops abruptly, her gaze locked on a section of the wall. It's covered in ancient symbols, pulsing with a soft blue light. "What is this place?" Elara asks, her voice barely above a whisper. Dr. Orion's eyes scan the symbols. "I believe it's a nexus point, a crossroads between different eras of Aethereia's history." I examine the symbols more closely and a memory surfaces. I saw something like this in my dreams before I even knew what Aethereia was. The connection sends a shiver down my spine. I feel like I'm unraveling a thread that leads directly to the Echo Chamber. As we continue on, the air thickens with tension. I sense we're being watched. The Archon patrols are getting closer. Dr. Orion's expression turns grim. We need to find a safe route and fast. I scan our surroundings, my heart pounding in my chest. That's when I see a narrow opening in the wall, partially hidden by debris. "We can make it through there," I say, already moving towards the opening. Elara follows close behind, her eyes darting back and forth. I can feel her fear, but she doesn't hesitate. As we squeeze through the opening, the sound of blaster fire grows fainter. For a moment we're safe, but I know it won't last. The Archon patrols will find us and we need to be ready. Dr. Orion's voice cuts through my thoughts. We're close, I think. The Echo Chamber's energy signature is nearby. A spark of hope ignites within me. We're really going to make it. The tunnel begins to slope upward and I feel a strange energy building in the air. It's like the very fabric of reality is shifting. Suddenly, the tunnel opens up into a vast underground cavern. And there, at the far end of the cavern, I see it the entrance to the Echo Chamber. But as I take a step forward, a figure emerges from the shadows. It's an ally, or so I think. For now, I'm not sure what to make of this unexpected encounter, but I know one thing: our journey is about to take a dramatic turn. I take a deep breath, my heart pounding in anticipation. The figure steps closer, its features illuminated by the soft glow of the cavern. And then, everything changes. Previously, Alex, Elara, and Dr. Orion navigated treacherous tunnels, uncovering clues to the Echo Chamber's location, while suspicions around Dr. Orion's past threatened to disrupt their unity. As they neared the Echo Chamber, they encountered an unexpected ally, whose intentions remained unclear. The figure's features come into sharp focus, and my instincts scream warning. Kale, the leader of the rogue faction, Nightshade, stands before us, his eyes gleaming with an unsettling intensity. "What brings you to this place, Alex?" Kale's voice is low, calculated, as if weighing each word. Dr. Orion's hand instinctively goes to her holstered blaster, and I sense the tension between them, a powder keg waiting to ignite. Elara takes a step back, her eyes locked on Kale, her body coiled for flight. "I've come for the Echo Chamber," I say, my voice firm, unwavering, and I won't let anyone stand in my way. Kale chuckles, a cold sound. "You're ambitious, I'll give you that." His gaze flicks to Dr. Orion. "You've got quite the entourage, especially considering your questionable past." Dr. Orion's face tightens, her eyes flashing anger. "What do you know about my past, Kale?" Her voice is deadly, each word a bullet aimed at Kale's heart. I insert myself between them, my eyes locked on Kale. "What do you want, Kale?" I demand. "Why are you here?" Kale's expression turns calculated, a game player weighing his next move. "I want the echo chamber, of course, and I'll do whatever it takes to get it." A chill runs down my spine. This isn't about unity or rebirth. It's about power, control, and the manipulation of Aethereia's fate. Kale's presence raises the stakes, and I know we can't trust him. The air is thick with tension, the cavern's energy building, as if it too senses the danger lurking beneath the surface. I glance at Elara, Dr. Orion, her eyes locked on Kale. We're a fragile alliance held together by threads of mistrust and uncertainty. But I know one thing: we can't let Kale claim the echo chamber. With a deep breath, I take a step forward, my eyes locked on Kale. "Well, take it," I say, my voice echoing off the cavern walls. Together. The challenge hangs in the air, as fragile as the threads that bind us, and as tenuous as the hope that drives us forward. As we stand there, poised on the brink of uncertainty, I sense the fabric of reality shifting, the echo chamber's presence drawing closer, and I know that our journey is about to take another dramatic turn. Previously, Alex, Elara, and Dr. Orion navigated treacherous tunnels, uncovering clues to the echo chamber's location, while suspicions around Dr. Orion's past threatened to disrupt their unity. As they neared the echo chamber, they encountered an unexpected ally, Kale, whose intentions remained unclear and whose presence raised the stakes in their quest for the echo chamber. The air crackles with anticipation as Kale's calculating gaze lingers on each of us, searching for weaknesses. I stand firm, my heart pounding in my chest as I meet his challenge head-on. The cavern's energy responds, intensifying the electric atmosphere. Suddenly, the ground beneath us shudders, and the walls begin to tremble. The cavern's ancient stones groan in protest as a low rumble builds in intensity, announcing the imminent arrival of something massive. Elara's eyes dart toward the sound, her face pale with concern. "What's happening?" she whispers, her hand instinctively reaching for mine. Dr. Orion's eyes narrow, her hand tightening around her holstered blaster. "Whatever it is, we're not going to let it interrupt our business with Kale," she growls, my own resolve hardening. Kale's expression remains enigmatic, but I sense a flicker of excitement in his eyes. "Ah, it seems the echo chamber is stirring," he notes, his voice tinged with anticipation, "and it seems to sense our presence." With a deafening roar, the cavern's walls begin to shake and the ground heaves as if the very fabric of reality is tearing apart. A blinding flash of light illuminates the cavern, and I feel myself lifted off the ground, suspended in midair. In the heart-stopping moment that follows, I realize that our fragile alliance is about to be torn asunder by the sheer force of the echo chamber's awakening. And I know that we must confront the source of this ancient power, or risk being crushed beneath its unyielding might. Previously, Alex, Elara, and Dr. Orion navigated treacherous tunnels, uncovering clues to the echo chamber's location, while suspicions around Dr. Orion's past threatened to disrupt their unity. As they neared the echo chamber, they encountered an unexpected ally, Kale, whose intentions remained unclear and whose presence raised the stakes in their quest. As I hang suspended in midair, the cavern's energy coursing through my veins, met with an unbridled power that threatens to consume us all. Kale's eyes flash with an otherworldly intensity, and I sense an ancient connection between him and the echo chamber's awakening. Elara's hand, still grasping for reassurance, slips from mine as the air thickens with an electric charge. The ground continues to tremble and the cavern's stones groan as if the very foundation of Aethereia is shifting. Suddenly, a burst of luminescent energy explodes from the heart of the cavern, sending us flying across the room. I land hard, the wind knocked out of me. As I struggle to rise, I see Elara and Dr. Orion scattered around me, dazed and disoriented. Kale, however, remains standing, His eyes locked on the source of the energy, a glowing, crystalline structure that pulses with an intense, pulsating light emanates from it. By the Ancient Ones, Dr. Orion whispers, her eyes fixed on the crystal. That's the heartseed, the source of Aethereia's power. I stumble to my feet, my vision still reeling from the blast. The heartseed's energy envelops us, and I feel an inexplicable connection to it, as if it's calling to me. Without thinking, I reach out, and my hand closes around its glowing center. A kaleidoscope of visions bursts forth, inundating my mind with ancient knowledge and forgotten history. The Archons, I learn, were once guardians but corrupted by their own power. Aethereia's downfall began when they exploited the heartseed's energy, disrupting the balance of the planet. The visions fade, leaving me stunned and overwhelmed. As I turn to Elara and Dr. Orion, I see a mix of awe and trepidation on their faces. Kale, however, wears an unreadable mask, his eyes still fixed on the heartseed. The heartseed's power is intoxicating, he warns, his voice low and cautious. It can corrupt even the strongest will. We must be wary of its influence, lest we succumb to the same pitfalls as the Archons. I nod, still reeling from the revelations. The stakes have never been higher. With the heartseed's power within our grasp, we must navigate treacherous alliances, ancient mysteries, and the blurred lines between friend and foe. Our quest for the echo chamber has just become a fight for Aethereia's very soul. As we stand there, frozen in the aftermath of the heartseed's awakening, the cavern's silence is shattered by the ominous rumble of approaching forces. The Archons, sensing the heartseed's power, are closing in. Our fragile alliance must now face the ultimate test. Can we wield the heartseed's power without succumbing to its corrupting influence, or will we succumb to the darkness that has consumed Aethereia for so long? Previously, Alex, Elara, and Dr. Orion finally breached the threshold of the echo chamber, only to encounter the enigmatic Kale, whose true intentions threatened to upend their fragile unity. As the heartseed's power was unleashed, they discovered Aethereia's darkest secrets and faced an impossible choice: harness the heartseed's might or risk succumbing to its corrupting influence. My hand still trembles as I release the heartseed, the weight of our discovery settling heavy on my shoulders. Elara's gaze is unflinching, her eyes probing mine for reassurance, but I can offer none. Dr. Orion's usually stoic demeanor cracks, her expression a mix of awe and terror. Kale, an enigma, his mask still unreadable but his words of caution still echoing in my mind. The ominous rumble of approaching forces grows louder, and I can feel the heartseed's power coursing through me, tempting me to take a stand against the Archons. But I know better. We need to flee, regroup, and strategize our next move. We need to get out of here now. I shout above the din, and Kale nods in agreement. We sprint through the cavern, the Archons closing in from all sides. Elara leads the way, her knowledge of the tunnels guiding us through the labyrinthine passages. Dr. Orion brings up the rear, her eyes fixed on the heartseed, her thoughts consumed by the implications of its power. As we run, the caverns begin to shift and change, ancient mechanisms springing to life. We burst through a hidden door, finding ourselves in a narrow, winding stairway that spirals upward, carrying us away from the chaos below. We emerge into a vast, open plain, the landscape transformed by the heartseed's awakening. Ancient structures rise from the ground, their stones aglow with an ethereal energy. In the distance, I see a shimmering veil, a gateway to a realm beyond Aethereia. Kale's eyes lock onto the veil, a hungry intensity burning within them. The realm of Elara, he whispers, his voice full of reverence. A realm where the Ancient Ones dwell. Dr. Orion's eyes widen, her mind racing with the implications. The secrets of Aethereia's downfall may lie beyond that veil. I glance back at Elara, her face set with determination. We have to explore Elara. It may hold the key to Aethereia's rebirth. As we set foot towards the veil, the air thickens with anticipation. The heartseed's power still courses through me, and I know that our journey has just begun. We're no longer just fighting for Aethereia's future, we're forging a new destiny, one that transcends the boundaries of our world. We step through the veil, leaving behind the tumultuous landscape of Aethereia. As the shimmering curtain closes, I sense a new chapter unfurling, one filled with unknown dangers, unforeseen allies, and untold wonders. And I know that our bond, forged in the heart of Aethereia's darkness, will be the beacon that guides us through the trials ahead. Previously, Alex, Elara, and Dr. Orion finally breached the echo chamber, only to encounter the enigmatic Kale, whose true intentions threatened to upend their fragile unity. As the Heartseed's power was unleashed, they discovered Aethereia's darkest secrets and faced an impossible choice: harness the Heartseed's might or risk succumbing to its corrupting influence. As we step into the realm of Elara, the air is alive with an otherworldly energy, and I can feel the Heartseed's power resonating in harmony with this mystical realm. The veil shimmering behind us, we stand at the edge of a vast, crystal-lined lake, its water like a sheet of molten silver. Elara's eyes sparkle with wonder as she approaches the lake's edge, her hand reaching out to touch its surface. Dr. Orion's warning echoes in my mind as Kale's gaze lingers on the horizon, his intentions still shrouded in mystery. Suddenly, a low, melodic hum emanates from the depths of the water. The surface begins to ripple, and a majestic being emerges from the lake's heart. The creature's form shifts and flows like the water itself, its essence a blend of Aethereia and Elara. Its gaze locks onto me, and I feel an ancient wisdom coursing through our connection. "You have been chosen, Alex, to wield the balance of power," the being utters, its words echoing in my mind. "The Heartseed's might can be harnessed, but its corrupting influence must be countered. The balance of power lies within Elaria's ancient artifacts, hidden across this realm." Dr. Orion's eyes light up with excitement, her mind racing with the implications. Those artifacts could hold the key to Aethereia's rebirth. Kale's eyes narrow, his voice laced with caution. "But we are not the only ones seeking those artifacts. The Archons will stop at nothing to claim them for themselves." Elara's grip on her dagger tightens, a fierce determination burning within her. "We won't let them have it. We'll fight to protect Elara and unlock the secrets of the ancient artifacts." As we set out across Elara, the stakes rise higher. We must navigate treacherous landscapes and rival factions vying for power. We will need to forge new alliances and make impossible choices that will test our bond and our very souls. But I know that our journey has just begun, and that the fate of Aethereia hangs in the balance. With every step, I sense a new destiny unfolding, one that holds the power to reshape the course of history. And I know that our bond, forged in the heart of Aethereia's darkness, will be the beacon that guides us through the trials ahead. Previously, Alex, Elara, and Dr. Orion, at the threshold of the echo chamber, faced an impossible choice: harnessing the Heartseed's power or risking corruption. They entered the realm of Elara, where an otherworldly energy resonates, and an enigmatic being emerged from a crystal-lined lake, imparting a crucial message. The balance of power lies in Elaria's ancient artifacts. The whispers of the ancients will guide us, I say, my eyes locked onto the being's ethereal form, but we must move swiftly. The Archons will not hesitate to claim the artifacts for themselves. Elara's grip on her dagger tightens, her jaw set in determination, as Dr. Orion nods, her eyes ablaze with the thrill of discovery. We venture further into Elaria's mystical realm, the air alive with whispers of the Ancient Ones. Our path unwinds like a serpent, guiding us through labyrinthine tunnels, where ancient murals depict the rise and fall of Aethereia. The artifacts we seek are hidden behind a tapestry of cryptic riddles, guarded by powerful factions vying for control. As we navigate treacherous landscapes, Kale's enigmatic presence lingers, his true intentions still shrouded in mystery. Dr. Orion's fascination with the artifacts grows, her hunger for knowledge almost palpable. I sense her hidden agenda, her motives still unclear. Elara's watchful gaze never wavers, her loyalty unwavering. We stumble upon an ancient temple, its entrance sealed by a mysterious seal. The air is heavy with anticipation as we decipher the ancient runes, unlocking the temple's secrets. With every step, the stakes rise higher. Rival factions emerge, their agendas shrouded in secrecy. We must be cautious, Kale warns, his voice laced with caution. The line between ally and enemy is thin. Elara's eyes flash with defiance. We'll forge our own path. Our bond will be the guiding force that will see us through. As we delve deeper into the temple, the silence is shattered by the hum of ancient machinery. We discover an artifact of immense power, its energy pulsing in harmony with the heartseed. Dr. Orion's eyes gleam with excitement, her mind reeling with the possibilities, she whispers. Suddenly, the temple begins to shake, the ancient machinery springing to life. A massive portal bursts open, revealing a realm beyond Illyria's borders. A colossal figure emerges, its massive wingspan casting a shadow over the realm. The guardian of the realms, Kale announces, his voice awestruck. Aethereia's ancient protector. The guardian's gaze falls upon us, its ancient wisdom piercing the veil of time. You have been chosen to wield the balance of power, it declares. The heartseeds might can be harnessed, but its corrupting influence must be countered. As we stand before the guardian, the stakes rise higher. We must navigate treacherous alliances, rival factions, and ancient secrets. Our bond will be tested, our souls will be tempted, but I know that our journey has just begun. The fate of Aethereia hangs in the balance, and our unity will be the beacon that guides us through the trials ahead. Previously, Alex, Elara, and Dr. Orion stood before the guardian of the realms, chosen to wield the balance of power, with the heartseed's corrupting influence threatening to upset the delicate scales. As the guardian's words still echo, the air is electrified with anticipation, the whispers of the ancients growing louder, urging us forward. Our journey takes a perilous turn as we're forced to navigate the treacherous realm, avoiding the gaze of rival factions and outmaneuvering the Archon patrols. With every step, the stakes escalate and the pressure mounts. The silence is shattered as we're ambushed, our reflexes on high alert as we fight off attackers, our bond tested by the relentless barrage. In the midst of chaos, a fleeting glimpse of hope appears. A hooded figure emerges from the shadows, their allegiance unknown. The figure hands Elara a cryptic message etched on a parchment, the words burning with an inner fire. Follow the path of the setting sun, it reads. Seek the oracle of the ancients. As we regroup, Dr. Orion's eyes gleaming with intensity begins to decipher the message. The oracle is said to possess knowledge of the echo chamber's secrets, she says, her voice barely above a whisper. We must find it before the Archons do. With the oracle's guidance, we're led to an ancient, ruined city, hidden beneath the shadows of Illyria's mystical realm. As we explore the crumbling structures, ancient frescoes depict the oracle's wisdom, guiding us deeper into the heart of the city. Kale's enigmatic presence lingers, his motives unclear but his loyalty unwavering. We're being led into a trap, he warns, his voice edged with caution. As we venture deeper, the air thickens with an eerie presence, the whispers of the ancients growing louder. We're drawn to a grand, pillared hall where a magnificent statue of the oracle of the ancients stands. Suddenly, the statue begins to glow, its eyes burning with an inner fire. The oracle speaks, a voice booms, echoing off the pillars. The path to the echo chamber lies through the heartseed's corrupting influence. You must confront the darkest aspects of your own souls. Elara's grip on her dagger tightens, her jaw set in determination. We'll face whatever lies ahead, she says, together. Dr. Orion's eyes flash with determination, her mind racing with the possibilities. We'll harness the power, she says. We'll wield the balance. As the oracle's words fade, the stakes reach a fever pitch. We're faced with an impossible choice: confront the darkest corners of our souls, or succumb to the corrupting influence of the heartseed. The fate of Aethereia hangs in the balance, and our bond will be the beacon that guides us through the trials ahead. Previously, Alex, Elara, and Dr. Orion stood before the Oracle of the Ancients, faced with the daunting task of confronting the darkest aspects of their own souls in order to reach the echo chamber, all while navigating the treacherous realm and avoiding the corrupting influence of the heartseed. As we stand before the Oracle, the air is heavy with the weight of our decision. The whispers of the ancients grow louder, urging us forward, yet the echoes of our past threaten to consume us. With a deep breath, we step into the unknown, ready to face the demons head-on. The hall begins to darken, the shadows twisting into eerie silhouettes that seem to come alive. Suddenly, Elara's eyes flash with a fierce determination. "I'll go first," she says, her voice steady, though her hand trembles slightly. Dr. Orion's eyes lock onto Elara, her gaze piercing as if trying to unravel the secrets of Elara's past. Alex takes a step forward, his eyes locked onto Elara's, his courage and resilience forging a beacon of hope that illuminates the path ahead. The air seems to ripple, as if reality itself is bending to accommodate our resolve. The Oracle's statue begins to glow brighter, its eyes burning with an inner fire. The whispers of the ancients reach a fever pitch, guiding us through the labyrinth of our own minds. As we venture deeper into the heart of our souls, the shadows twist and writhe, taking on forms that seem all too real. Kale's presence lingers, his motives still unclear but his loyalty unwavering. "We're not alone," he warns, his voice a whisper, as dark figures begin to materialize, their eyes glowing with an otherworldly energy. The heartseed's influence is spreading, corrupting the very fabric of reality. With each step, the stakes escalate and the pressure mounts. The silence is shattered as we're confronted with our darkest nightmares, our deepest fears made manifest. Elara's face contorts in anguish as she's forced to relive the memories of her past, her screams echoing off the pillars. Dr. Orion's eyes flash with a fierce determination. As she's confronted with the darkness she's kept hidden, her secrets spilling out like a Pandora's box. His own fears and doubts threaten to consume him, the weight of his responsibility as the balance of power. As the darkness reaches a fever pitch, Alex's vision for a reborn Aethereia galvanizes his companions, inspiring them to push forward through the maelstrom. His courage and resilience forge a beacon of hope that illuminates the path ahead, leading us through the heart of our own souls. The whisper's guidance, urging us to confront the darkest aspects of ourselves. With every step, the stakes escalate and the pressure mounts. As we're forced to confront the darkest corners of our souls, our bond will be the beacon that guides us through the trials ahead, as we navigate the twisted labyrinth of our own minds and harness the power to wield the balance previously. Alex, Elara, and Dr. Orion stood before the Oracle of the Ancients, faced with the daunting task of confronting the darkest aspects of their own souls in order to reach the echo chamber, all while navigating the treacherous realm and avoiding the corrupting influence of the heartseed. As we emerged from the depths of our own minds, the Oracle's chamber began to dissolve, revealing a desolate wasteland that stretched as far as the eye could see. The air was heavy with the stench of decay, and the darkness seemed to writhe on the horizon. In the distance, the silhouette of a ruined city loomed, its spires twisted and broken, like the remnants of a civilization that had been consumed by the darkness within. The silence was shattered by Kale's voice, echoing through the wasteland. "This is the city of Erebos," he warned, his tone laced with an air of foreboding. "A place where the boundaries between reality and madness are blurred. We must be cautious, for the influence is strong here." As we ventured deeper into the heart of Erebos, the landscape shifted, like a kaleidoscope of nightmares. The buildings seemed to twist and writhe, their walls covered in ancient runes that whispered cryptic warnings. Elara's eyes narrowed, her fingers tracing the symbols as she deciphered the secrets etched into the stone. Dr. Orion's gaze was fixed on the horizon, her eyes burning with an intensity that bordered on obsession. "We're close," she whispered, her voice laced with an undercurrent of desperation. "The echo chamber is hidden beneath the city, waiting to be claimed." But as we pushed forward, the ground began to tremble and the skies darkened. A low, ominous hum echoed through the wasteland, growing louder with each passing moment. Suddenly, the air shattered as a titanic entity erupted from the depths of Erebos, its form blazing with an otherworldly energy. The being, known as the Keeper, gazed upon us with an unyielding intensity, its presence both captivating and terrifying. "You have entered this realm uninvited," it declared, its voice a thunderclap that shook the foundations of the city. "You must prove your worth to claim the echo chamber." As the Keeper's power washes over us, the stakes escalate and the pressure mounts. But Alex's conviction remains unshaken, his vision for a reborn Aethereia galvanizing his companions, inspiring them to push forward through the trials ahead. His courage and resilience forge a beacon of hope that illuminates the path ahead, leading us through the heart of Erebos, toward a conclusive confrontation that will reshape Aethereia's destiny previously. Alex, Elara, and Dr. Orion stood before the Keeper, a titan of otherworldly energy, who demanded they prove their worth to claim the echo chamber. The stakes were higher than ever, and the pressure mounted as the Keeper's power washed over them. As the Keeper's gaze bore into our souls, the landscape around us began to shift, like the fabric of time itself was unraveling. The skies darkened and the air grew thick with an electric tension. I felt the weight of Aethereia's fate settling upon me, and I knew I had to act. "We will not back down," I declared, my voice steady and resolute. "We will face whatever trials you have in store for us, and we will emerge victorious." The Keeper's response was immediate. The ground trembled and the skies raged with a storm that seemed to summon the very essence of Erebos' twisted soul. The winds howled and the rain lashed down upon us, threatening to sweep us away. But we stood firm, united in our determination to claim the echo chamber. As the storm raged on, Dr. Orion cried out, her hand extended towards the Keeper. "Wait, I have something that may appease you," she shouted above the din. The Keeper's gaze narrowed, and the storm paused as if awaiting Dr. Orion's next move. From her cloak, Dr. Orion produced a small, intricately carved box. The box seemed to pulse with a soft blue light, and the air around it vibrated with an otherworldly energy. "This contains a piece of the heartseed," she revealed, her eyes locked on the Keeper, "a token of our commitment to the cause of rebirth and unity." The Keeper's response was immediate. It reached out with a wave of its hand, and the box was drawn towards it as if by an unseen force. The box opened and the blue light enveloped the Keeper's form, bathing it in an ethereal glow. For a moment the storm subsided and an expectant silence fell over Erebos. "What is the purpose of this offering?" the Keeper asked, its voice laced with a hint of curiosity. "It is a symbol of our desire to restore balance to Aethereia," Dr. Orion replied, her words measured. "We seek to use the echo chamber to awaken the dormant energies of the planet and bring unity to the fractured realms." The Keeper regarded us for a moment, its gaze piercing. Then, in a flash of movement, it vanished, leaving us standing amidst the ruins of Erebos, the storm dissipating as suddenly as it had begun. As the silence stretched out, Elara's eyes narrowed, her gaze fixed on the horizon. "What's wrong?" I asked, sensing her unease. "The Keeper's power. It's not just a display of force. It's a test," she replied, her voice laced with a hint of concern. "We may have passed the first trial, but there are more to come, and we must be prepared to face them head-on." I nodded, my resolve unshaken. For Aethereia's sake, I would face whatever challenges lay in store for us, no matter the cost. The journey ahead would be fraught with danger, but with my companions by my side, I knew we would overcome any obstacle and emerge victorious in the end previously. The stakes were higher than ever as the Keeper's power washed over us, and the pressure mounted as we awaited the next trial in our quest for the echo chamber. We didn't have to wait long. The air began to distort and the skies darkened further. A blinding light enveloped us, and I felt myself being pulled towards it. I tried to reach out to Elara and Dr. Orion, but they were nowhere to be seen. When my vision cleared, I found myself standing in a vast, desolate landscape. The ground beneath my feet was dry and cracked, like the remnants of a long-dead lake bed. Elara and Dr. Orion stood beside me. Their eyes were fixed on something in the distance. "What is this place?" I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. "It's the abyss of eternity," Dr. Orion replied, her voice laced with a hint of awe. "A realm where time itself has been warped beyond recognition." The abyss stretched out before us, like an endless graveyard. The silence was oppressive, punctuated only by the faint whisper of forgotten memories. I could feel the weight of Aethereia's history bearing down on me, and I knew that we were getting close to the echo chamber. As we ventured deeper into the abyss, we began to encounter echoes of the past, flickers of memories, whispers of forgotten events, and echoes of long-lost voices. It was as if the abyss was a repository of Aethereia's collective memory, and we were walking through the pages of a forgotten history book. We traversed the abyss, our footsteps echoing through the desolate landscape. With each step, I could feel myself growing stronger, my connection to Aethereia deepening. I began to see glimpses of the planet's past, of the events that had shaped it and the people who had lived and died on its surface. As we neared the center of the abyss, the echoes grew louder, the whispers more urgent. I could feel the weight of Aethereia's destiny pressing down on me, and I knew that we were close to the echo chamber. The air vibrated with anticipation, and I could sense the power of the ancient technology emanating from the depths. Suddenly, the abyss erupted in a blaze of light and energy. The echoes coalesced into a single, pulsing voice. "You have proven your worth," it declared. "You have unlocked the secrets of the past. Now, claim the echo chamber and shape the future of Aethereia." With those words, the landscape dissolved, and we found ourselves standing before the echo chamber. The ancient structure pulsed with energy, its surface etched with intricate patterns that seemed to hold the secrets of the universe. I reached out and my hand closed around the crystal core. The power of the echo chamber surged through me, and I felt myself being transformed, my connection to Aethereia evolving. As the energy coursed through me, I saw visions of a new era, where hope and courage reigned supreme. I saw Aethereia reborn, its realms united, its people living in harmony with the planet and with each other. I saw a future where the legacy of the ancients was honored and their mistakes learned from. The visions faded and I stood before my companions, my eyes filled with tears of joy. "It is done," I said, my voice barely audible. "Aethereia is reborn." Elara and Dr. Orion smiled, their faces reflecting the weight of our journey. Together, we had overcome the trials and claimed the echo chamber. Together, we had forged a new destiny for Aethereia. Epilogue. As I stood on the newly restored surface of Aethereia, I gazed out at the horizon, where the sun was rising over a new era. I knew that our journey was far from over. There would be new trials to face, new challenges to overcome. But I also knew that I was not alone. I had Elara, Dr. Orion, and the people of Aethereia by my side. Together, we would forge a new path, one that would illuminate the darkness and bring hope to a universe that had long been lost in the shadows. The wind whispered secrets in my ear of distant worlds and forgotten civilizations. I smiled, knowing that there was still so much to explore, so much to discover. For Aethereia, there was a new dawn breaking, one that would bring light and hope to the shadows. And I, Alex, was proud to be a part of it.